Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Taste of Sport channel. Right. Today we are going to be discussing our top picks, I suppose, or favourites.
Our
for
NFL award.
Every NFL award.
Well, not everyone, because they've got a load of
Every NFL award.
Do you want to do the Walter Payton one?
The top NFL awards. The ones people care about.
Yeah, well, I care about Walter Payton award.
Right. Who are you giving it to then?
There was someone on top of my head.
Eli Manning?
No, it's gone.
What even is the Walter
Gone.
Payton award? Is it Man of the Year?
Yeah, gone.
Eli
There's someone. JJ Watt.
No, Eli
That was
Manning.
last year. This
Eli
year.
Manning for taking the L and sitting on the bench.
Let's use him help.
Well done, Eli.
Coach of the year, go.
Coach of the year. My coach of the I had two, because I couldn't pick. Kind of wanted to just have the one though.
Kyle Shannon.
He was one of them.
He was that's too obvious for me. Woo.
Alright,
It's
well
Kyle
the other one was even more obvious.
Bill Belichick. You know, it comes a time
No.
where you just understand when someone realizes what is it, and he's realized it. I completely
John
disagree.
Harbaugh.
Fair. I Jim in my head.
John Harbaugh because he's turned the Ravens from nothing into everything.
John had been good for years.
Yeah,
Always
but the
been-
Ravens were nothing. Now they're everything. Joe Flacco. Yeah, that was a thing. Yeah, remember that?
Joe Flacco, fucking hate.
Yeah, that was a
What a
thing.
bean. He lost in the playoffs when they won Super Bowl.
You have to give it to a man who's made a team 12-2. You got to dump Joe Flacco and then you make a team 12-2 the next year.
Joe Flacco still had a job at the start of the year. I just want to put out a tidbit out there.
Until recently, he had a job,
Joe Flacco had a job. 2019.
and he was doing alright.
No, he wasn't. I don't care. He does. He looks wrong everything. You know what? You know what?
It says a lot when you get dropped from a team and then it turns into a 12-2 team.
You know what?
So
running
bad.
back. Dude. Pretty good for running back. I'm sweating. Why him? John Harbaugh?
I've said
Why not Kyle Shannon?
because they're better.
Fair.
Kyle Shanahan was my next in line just because of how good that team is.
Kyle Shannon is the prettiest footballer I've ever seen. No, I meant football. I meant
Prettiest
coach.
man in NFL football.
I meant coach. On my face is bean. Great Kyle Shannon. Kyle Shannon lost Super Bowl 23 to the Patriots. Comes back, whoa.
No, he's beautiful.
Now he's
They
going to
lost
lose
the
in
Patriots.
the divisional playoffs.
To
That's what I'm
who?
saying.
What do they have? Never know.
They will lose in the, I don't know if it works out this way properly, to the Saints. I think they're 1-2. They won't play first ones, yeah. They're losing for any non-Americans the semi-finals.
Stop it! Oh, it hurts.
Mine is Sean
Jeez.
McDermott from the Bills.
Yeah, which seems to be a lot of people's picks, but I just wanted to give it to the easy one.
He was the one who, I think it was him, I could be very wrong, he moved his defensive coordinator into the box.
Yeah.
And I think he was the first one. I'm not sure. I think he was though. They put him up there, and now their defense is top 5 in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And like
Yeah, I think I read about that already.
such a simple thing to
Couple
do
weeks ago.
that no one done.
Yeah.
Like the Patriots do it. The Bills cycle. That like just like that. I kind of remember at the start of the year I had a prediction of it's going to be either the Bills or the Jets. Like it would definitely be two AFC East teams will make it to the playoffs. But I thought it'd be a Jets, but their whole season got derailed very early. So the Bills, like Josh Allen is a truck, and he's got a lot better throwing the ball this year. He still looks kind of, he's still like, and then he's
Isn't everyone saying about the Bills, as soon as they play a good team, they can't beat them?
still
that a
10
thing?
4.
Yeah, no, I know. But isn't that like everyone's...
Well, they don't really play good teams because they're in the AFC East still. So they still play.
like the Patriots.
Because if the Bills win out and the Patriots lose one,
They'll take the spot off.
Patriots will go. Sorry. But like this is the closest the one seed in the AFC has been in years.
It's as close as that division has been.
I think it's ever been actually since the Bills back in the 90s were getting to Super Bowls and stuff, or 80s, whatever. But like he's turned that offense into something that's actually decent.
Yeah.
Because they draft them and Singletary if Frank Gore was there, even though Frank Gore is doing what he needs to do there. And like he has him, he's TJ Yeldon.
Frank Gore is a career stoler.
John Brown is really good.
Yeah.
They got him in from the Ravens. Like he's built a good team there already, and I'm very impressed with him. And he's my coach of the year. And I cannot be 100% sure if he moved his defensive coordinator first, but he did move him. Jones was first, and that's elite.
I don't feel like it was. I think I read that not so long ago.
I think it was. Now defensive rookie of the year, go.
Bam.
Defensive rookie.
We have
of
the
the year.
same.
We'll say it properly.
We have the same.
Joey Bosa.
Why?
Nick.
Yeah, why? What? Why have you done this? Is
Nick
what I'm
Bosa.
saying.
It's Nick Bosa. I think Joey deserves it as well.
Can you even argue anyone but Nick Bosa?
I think Joey might have an argument for himself.
Because he doesn't age, is that why?
'Cause it's-
He's rookie every year. Jesus age.
No, you can't. I would see. I think, for purpose of being honest, we picked Nick Bosa because he is.
Yeah.
But I think you could make an argument for the likes of Devin Bush, who's just he reminds me. Like I said, I think I said it. I tweeted it about him being very similar to Darius Leonard. Where last I thought he could have ended up being the most tackles in the whole NFL, like Darius Leonard was in his rookie year.
Yeah.
No one touches Darius Leonard. Darius Leonard is the best linebacker in the NFL. But I think Nick is just, when you see him play, I think he had 16 tackles for losses, which is up there with the, I don't think he's top, but it's up there with top.
He looks like he's been in the league for years.
Instantly, first play he did, he looked like he could just boil over any man, no matter size they were. He's quick, he's fast, great hands. He seems to understand that every time he picked the ball off, he won interception in the season. He got up like a fucking ninja.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Whoop.
He's a freak of nature.
And it's just, when you see him, and the quarterback hits, he's up there with quarterback hits. They're not like, I think they matter just as much as sacks.
And quarterback shits himself because Nick Bosa's there.
Yes. He has the same aura as when, like, he has the benefit obviously of like Eric Armstead's on his line and Darren Payne.
He has
the
the benefit of an entire beastly line.
Yeah, basically, like, all his defense, that defense is ridiculous in the first place.
Yeah.
But like he has this. You're just terrified of him instantly when he comes on.
But it also says another thing, that the defense as a whole is so good, and he comes in as a rookie and still stands out so much.
Yeah, it's between like Richard Sherman's been unbelievable. It is still between him and I think it's not Fred Warner. I know it's Warner's his second name. The linebacker they have, mid linebacker they have, 54. It's between those two, and like the fact your rookie is on a good defense is like your best player on the defense.
Yeah.
As a rookie, it says a lot about him, and how like people thought he wouldn't. Like I remember he went second overall to Kyler, and everyone was like, it's because Kyler's more ready. Kyler's been good, obviously. Like you could make an argument for Kyler Murray because he's one of the most least talked, well performing number one picks in a long time. Like no one shut up about Baker last year. Baker's nothing this year. Different conversation.
Yes.
But like, Nick Bosa is easy pick for that one. Yeah. For anyone.
Because like, I don't know how you can take anyone over it.
No, like Darren Savage would be good for the. Darren Savage would be good for the Packers, sorry, because that whole DB core has been very good.
Yeah.
Offensive rookie year. I don't know. You changed that.
I had a different one, yeah, because I went against you on purpose. My offensive rookie of the year is Kyler Murray.
There.
Yeah.
Love, my favorite offense to watch.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't work majority of the time, it will get there.
Even though so many times he looks like he's about to get sacked and runs away and looks like a child running away because he's so small.
The way he runs with the ball bothers
But he
me.
gets away is the thing.
This whole.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's not.
Oh, it was last week we saw him with
Stop
the
it.
ball like down here, like
Stop
swinging it around the
Stop
place.
it. He knows it.
But he's fast enough to get away with it. So
Palms it. Stop palming it,
Yeah.
Kyler. Stop palming
tuck it here and hold it for dear life.
They need
Oh,
to,
God.
for that team, they need to, like, I don't know, they can't trade up, but they need to get a offensive help. He needs help.
They need to
And
get.
I like Christian Kirk. I really like Christian Kirk. Kenyon Drake is finally flourishing in the team, and they still have David Johnson there. They're set up well, but that offensive line needs to get better.
And I mean, he has 3,200 yards on the season, 17 touchdowns and 10 picks.
More passing yards than Lamar.
Yeah,
How many touchdowns?
17.
How many picks?
Yeah,
But it is
I mean, he's a
because
rookie,
He's under
so-
pressure in the other game.
he's a rookie with no help,
Yeah, no, he is.
and he has 500 rushing yards for 4 touchdowns.
Exactly, he gets out. But what he's doing, everyone thought he wouldn't do coming out of Oklahoma. He's getting outside the pocket.
Because he has to.
Yeah, but at the start we saw him. He was still like, he wasn't taking sacks, but he's obviously getting sacked. But he's getting on the floor early to take the touch to get the sack.
And he has a high. I'm not sure exactly what. But I think I saw it, but I didn't actually take.
He doesn't
take
fling it
it.
where he doesn't need to.
Yeah,
He seems to play it well, but that's why him and
seems
Cliff,
smart with the ball as well.
him and Cliff fit together perfectly. Really, so it was weird. I didn't think it worked because Cliff was so romanticizing the idea of having Kyler Murray, but it was.
It'd be exciting to see how he progresses with what hopefully is a Cardinals team that'll get better every year, because
Don't be sad.
honestly they can't get worse, because you take Kyler Murray out of it and they're like nothing
sad.
again.
Don't be sad because they might win a Super Bowl down the line without Larry Fitz, and Larry doesn't have one. Larry got Super Bowl. Larry didn't win.
That would be sad.
It would make me sad. I think everyone's safer pick is who's probably going to win is Einar Selby.
Haha, yes!
Josh Jacobs.
Yes!
Josh Jacobs. He was like I think I said this. Another thing I should probably clip. I said at the start of the year how good Josh Jacobs was going to be coming into the league. He does everything you want him to do. Like they haven't used him in the pass game a lot, which they can if Gruden gets his head out of that and stops playing 90s football. But he's 1150 yards, which is the first time ever a Raiders rookie running back has had over 1,000 yards in a season. 7 touchdowns, and he's only fumbled ball once, and he gets a lot of carries. He gets 15 to 20 carries a game, and like he can like he's the kind of guy like usually teams will have like last year they had the Rams had Gurley, who they'd use kind of outside the 10-yard line. When got to the goal line, it was C.J. Anderson. They threw in there, kind of fellow just gets in there, puts his head down, gets it stronger legs. Well, Jacobs is used in every instance. He's used on sweeps, he's used on draws, he's used on goal line offenses. He's Gruden's lovebird. He should be, and he has such a promise if he can stay healthy. And he has stayed healthy till the latter part of the season. He's been out he was out a game or 2 ago. Yeah, and like he just fit where he needed to in that team.
Which brought him to tears, which means he's passionate to be actually playing every week as well. So.
And Oakland just missed out on another good running back because they're going to Vegas next year. So, which is a lot to do. Yeah. But yeah, I think he's going to win it, and he should win it this year. Even though Kyler has been substantially average. Anyway, right. Defensive player of the year.
I have the same as you for this.
It's not even touching. No one can get near him. I saw a thing. I think it was the check down put it up. A picture of Stephon Gilmore and Tyrann Mathieu and saying pick one. Why are you picking one? Why is the other one in the conversation? Tyrann Mathieu has not been good until
obviously
now.
It's Tyrann Mathieu we picked here.
Who is paying these people to put up a picture of Stephon Gilmore, the best cornerback in the league? Tyrann Mathieu, I love Honey Badger, always have, on a Kansas defense that has got good in 2 weeks. That's 13 weeks of dog shit.
Has been flamed, yeah.
And still, Bashaw Breeland has been better than him on that team. May I add? May I? Stephon Gilmore is the defensive player of the year, and it's not close. I don't care what it says.
On the number 1 defense of the year as well.
That I would like to take back from what I've seen the last 2 weeks because it makes me sad.
The number 1 defense of the year until they play the Ravens, and then they need a couple of weeks to recuperate because
they're still not recuperated. That was still the Bengals last week. 6 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 18 pass breakups. Like it's just when you watch him, he just like people can say this whole thing of
why don't they just throw away from him?
Because the thing what the Patriots do is what they usually do is they double the main receiver on our team and then have him on their second best receiver. So you're kind of like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Because we still have like Jonathan Jones has been exposed last 2 weeks and I don't know what. JC Jackson's still solid. Devin McCourty has been lights out this year. Jason McCourty, when he's not running as slow as a fucking truck, does very well. So you kind of have to throw it at Stephon Gilmore. What the craziest thing to me was says, because this is probably I'm going to stay the longest on this one probably, is the fact when it was Ertz, he said, I'm letting Ertz get 4 or 5 steps ahead of me, so he thinks he's open, and I'll catch up and get out. And Stephon Gilmore's not that fast. So Stephon Gilmore
the fact that you can do that to someone, and Zach Ertz of all people as well,
you say it.
A massive, one of the best tight ends in the league,
arguably the safest tight end in the league.
Yeah,
like it's just it's the intelligence of him and Steve Belichick, why can't I say the word? DB coach, Jesus Christ. Like it's just when you watch him, he misses rarely, and if he lets you catch the ball, he's letting you catch the ball. You're not you're not jumping over him. You might be like Tyreek Hill might be faster than him, but he knows where Tyreek's going to be, the likes of him, and he's going to get to where he's supposed to be. And it's just he can tackle. He doesn't miss tackles. Is another thing. He's the one DB in the Patriots that isn't Devin McCourty. Doesn't miss tackles. But he's been, as the Patriots have been like criticized their defense, like not playing good teams, and like kind of it's the whole like how good they've been has been because they haven't played good teams. When they play good teams like the Ravens, they got Boyle over. They're like some Mark Ingram and Lamar Jackson, but everyone has. Stephon Gilmore's been the one consistent fellow. No one's you can't judge him whatsoever.
He stood out the whole time.
Yeah, he's tied with the other guy who I have who you could have put in was at the Bills again because I've watched their defense a lot this year because they're in the AFC East. It's Tre'Davious White because he has similar interceptions, but he's had 1 or 2 games where he's had two picks. So kind of like, but he has 16 pass breakups as well, so they're close enough.
Yeah.
But like he'd be the closest guy. But like I think DBs, other than the likes of like Aaron Donald last year, who just blew up the sacks. Like this year, you still have Shaquille Barrett, who was 60, and Chandler Jones, who was underrated every year because he gets 10 to 15 sacks every year. But I still think a DB is the hardest place to learn, and I think they have the hardest job on a football field other than the quarterback.
Because if they make a mistake, they get burned for a touchdown.
And looks worse every
It's
time.
the most costly thing.
Exactly. We saw 2 years ago in the divisional game with when Williams missed the tackle on Stephon Diggs at the end of the game, and it like Breeze could have won the Super Bowl that year easily. Like it's the likes of that. I just think he's untouchable this year definitely, and untouchable as the best quarterback again.
I agree with that.
And MVP, my claim to fame. At the start of the year, you can check our Twitter. My Twitter actually.
Insert clip here.
It's pinned to my thing. And you actually, in fairness, you did agree with me in the video about what I was saying about him. So it wasn't like it's just me. The MVP will be.
I mean, you were sold on Lamar, and I
Should put so much money.
couldn't argue against Lamar. So
I wanted to.
because it made sense for what he could become and he has become.
So Lamar Jackson is the MVP, and it's not him now. Russell Wilson's
It's
fine.
just not.
Like Russell Wilson is fine.
If
No.
you remove Lamar from the league, it could be Russell Wilson, but Lamar's just like on another planet.
But when I saw like the Russell Wilson, like McCaffrey start here, obviously could have been, but it's never going to be running back. It's like Adrian Peterson is not going to be done again when it comes to MVPs. He was the last running back to win MVP was Adrian Peterson. Before that was Sean Alexander. It wasn't meant. There's like 3 ever. Not going to be that. Lamar Jackson. When I saw Russell Wilson put it in, it was because at the time he had no interceptions.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're obviously to have a conversation because it's boring having like, oh, he's MVP and that's it for the whole year round. You have to put something in. But like when you watch Lamar play this season, he's the best football player in the league. He's not. You can't touch him, which every defender says. He's now got a pass game that everyone said he didn't have.
He's a better running back than most running backs.
Exactly. He's untouchable in the backfield. Like in Madden, he has escape artist. That's what he is. Like when I saw the like I watched the Patriots play him, whatever, varying because they're my team. But when you watch him, if you blitz him, he's not losing yards at any stage.
Yeah.
If he's in the pocket, he's still going to get a yard or 2 at least, and that's from avoiding 3 tackles in the backfield.
Yeah.
He should be sacked a ridiculous amount. Like obviously his offensive line is good, but he's still getting pressured. He's not right. He can run straight, he can run to the outside.
He can run wherever he wants to run.
Yeah. And then when it comes to passing, he's got Marquise Brown this year, which is someone I think if he didn't have Marquise Brown, he wouldn't have that deep threat. And I think obviously Mark Andrews has come on a lot, not really out of nowhere, but like this year went from a top 10 tight end to a top 5, ridiculous. And also
And he's not a deep threat.
yeah, but he still is. But that's the thing. If Marquise Brown wasn't there, you wouldn't have Mark Andrews get open as often.
Yeah.
Because Marquise is gone. Willie Snead has been solid. Like he's had so many people there. Mark Ingram obviously has helped his game a lot as well. Because Mark Ingram is an
And
underrated
Lamar
running
has
back.
been able to make these people look so much better as well.
Yeah, like Marquise Brown wouldn't have been. Well, you can't really see it now. Like he everything just happened to fit perfectly for him at the time.
Yeah.
And like the throws he's making, like, everyone was talking about Mahomes last year with the
Yeah.
and like Marquise do the same this year. Like his sidearm throw is ridiculous because how accurate it is. Because he
With
looks,
Lamar.
gets it up. What is it?
Marquise.
Marquise Brown does not throw the ball. But it's like he's unbelievable to watch.
He has, I would say he has Pat Mahomes' passing skill from last year with added elite running skill.
I think he has Pat's accuracy but not his arm. Pat can still throw it 99 yards one throw.
But he doesn't need his arm.
He doesn't.
He can make up for it with running yards.
Exactly, and like he has this whole, like you see it when it's 4th down on his own 20-yard line. He told John Harbaugh, I want to go for it. Like these kind of, obviously John Harbaugh has this whole like, philosophy of stats, and he's really bought into the whole stats stuff, which is obviously winning in football games.
Yeah.
And why people wouldn't do it is ridiculous. Who was this? Someone said it. The Freddie Kitchen said, I don't look at stats. That's where you losing games, first of all. I don't look at stats. But it's just like his whole confidence, and even when he threw the pick, he fumbled it, and the entire time everyone was coming up saying it's fine. He was like, he's pointing himself, it's me. Like he's his second year. He's what, 21, and he's already leading his team. Like he's set up to win really.
Yeah.
And he's set up to be good. Like he broke 1103 yards.
It's just terrifying that he can throw all over you, but then he can also juke you, spin you,
And make you look
run
ridiculous.
you. Yeah.
And he doesn't get tired.
Yeah.
He ran that touchdown against the Bengals that time, which like that was 60 yards, and he came back and had a touchdown drive as well.
Yeah.
Like it's just, and breaking Vic's record, which we thought would never happen.
Yeah.
Because Vic was unheard of, but now what Lamar is doing, he's much better quarterback than Vic
Yeah.
was.
He's just better all round.
Yeah, and like it's just anything other than Lamar this year is a joke. 33 touchdowns, I would say, stat for the sake of it. 6 picks.
It's
2,000 yards.
another one of those things that it's just painful to think that somebody can throw. You think if you look at a quarterback's yards, they throw 150 yards. You think they had a dead game, defense on the other team shut them down, or they just were terrible, throwing all over the place. But then you see 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
because he's probably ran the drive down the field most of the way and then just thrown it in the end zone because he could do that.
Yeah, and you rarely see a 3-and-out from him.
Yeah,
rarely.
And even if you do see the 3-and-out, he'll go for it on 4th and probably get it there.
Yeah, they have the highest percentage of 4th downs easily. It's not even close. And like that team is. You have a whole video about that team, how good they are.
Yeah.
How well they
have everything.
Like last year they were very good, and their defense is unbelievable. And this year swapped. Defense is good, but their offense is unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's all Lamar really. Lamar's the head of it. So it's not close for NFL for MVP. This
Big
year.
trust.
Yeah, big trust. As Lamar. Yeah.
It's painful. Yeah, those are our NFL awards for the year. So far, it's probably not going to change. We are almost at the end of the season, so.
And they don't take into account the playoffs, so.
Yeah.
Which Lamar again was good last year in the playoffs.
So as JD did call it at the start of the season, Lamar Jackson should be MVP, and if he's not, then
I'm not watching football.
It's just dumb.
And if Stephon Gilmore doesn't, we're winning.
In terms of a valuable player,
his war.
Lamar Jackson. That's just it.
His war. Be a baseball term. Win above replacement. His replacement will be RG3. Replacement's over.
He'll be the first running back in a long time to win MVP.
I swear to God.
Right, that's going to be us done. Let us know your NFL awards if they'd be any different.
Wouldn't be.
Maybe a couple of other ones will be different, but the MVP one, if it's any different, then just leave. Get out.
Or don't.
You're incorrect.
And subscribe.
Yeah. If we've opened your eyes to why Lamar Jackson is MVP, then that makes sense. You're welcome. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Goodbye.